convicted and go through a legal process to do that. So we're going to move to the next case. Thank you, ma'am.
But I have to get into my apartment. All my things are there. I don't have anything anywhere else.
You know
My
what?
purse,
I'm
my
going to allow her
everything.
to have third-party contact. Okay? Could I have that back? Ma'am, I'm going to allow you to go through a third party, maybe the building manager, maybe go through an attorney, to have contact with her about the living arrangements, things like that. But you have to stay
Thank you.
500 feet from her, all right?
Well, it's my place, sir. I did not spray her.
Ma'am,
All my things are there.
you have
She
to stay
attacked
500
me.
feet from her.
She attacked me.
Yes, ma'am. Good luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, one last thing. The police were called a number of times. I didn't call them. The fourth time they came, they said, we're tired of coming here, and that's where we're going to teach you a lesson.
Yes, ma'am. Good luck.
Okay.
Thank you. Amanda Strohmeyer.
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Amanda Strohmeyer.
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
All right, okay, we got it. Battery on a person 65 years of age or older, and a domestic battery. No, I'm sorry. Count two is a simple battery, but 6 to 1, a half dozen the other. State, go ahead. Are there priors on Miss Strohmeyer? I'm going to find probable cause to both counts, Miss Strohmeyer.
Sure.
Any priors? No? No criminal record? Was there contact with the alleged victim?
Yes, the first victim, her grandmother, she is very concerned with her safety as
Okay.
well as her alcohol use, and there was
Okay.
no contact with the second one.
I got it. Okay, ma'am, before we get started, let me explain something. When you're released from jail, you're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages under any circumstance, all right?
Okay.
Okay, and if you do, that will be a violation of your release conditions, and I'll issue an order to have you rearrested is a condition of bond violation, all right?
Okay.
Ma'am, are you currently employed?
No, I'm not.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. When was the last time you were employed?
A couple weeks ago, I recently just got laid off.
What type of work were you doing?
I was a phone girl at Ratelli's 1 day a week.
Okay. Now, do you have any financial means to bond out? Any financial means?
No, sir.
Do you have family down here
No.
other than your grandmother?
No.
Okay.
I have my other grandmother,
Where's she?
in Deerfield.
Okay. So, do you own land or property down here in South Florida, ma'am?
No.
How long have you been in South Florida?
About 3 years.
Okay. Ma'am, it says here you were under the influence of alcohol, and you got into it with, I believe, your boyfriend and your grandmother. And it says that your grandmother is 65 years of age or older. It says you were intoxicated. You struck your boyfriend multiple times with your fist. And then he had a large contusion on his head. You threw a picture frame. And it says when your grandmother tried to call the police, you pushed your grandmother. So, ma'am, based on the facts in this case and the level of violence in the state and this court's concern for the safety of your boyfriend and your grandmother, ma'am, the court will order your bond on your grandmother will be $5,000. The bond on your boyfriend will be $3,500. Your total bond today will be $8,500. Ma'am, the court will order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with Barbara Strohmeyer, with Nicholas Diaz. You must stay 500 feet from both of them where they live, work, go to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're on release. And ma'am, I'll reemphasize, and I'm going to write it right on here for the next judge. No alcohol while you're out. All right, ma'am?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, may I see Loretta Esser? Good morning,
Paul
Miss
Ryan,
Esser.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Morning.
Ma'am, good morning. You've been charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic violence related. The court finds probable cause. State, are there any priors on Miss Esser?
No, Judge.
No criminal record. Sir, was there contact with the alleged victim?
Yes, the victim is not afraid for safety.
Okay, got it. Let me ask, ma'am, are you currently employed?
I am.
What type of work do you do, ma'am?
I work in the aerospace industry.
Okay, great. And do you? How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
A total of about 4+ years.
Okay. Do you own your own home?
I rent.
Okay. Do you have children, ma'am?
I do.
Never mind.
Are they?
They're all older.
Okay. All right. I understand. Do you have any money in the bank?
Yeah.
I think I have about $500.
Okay, that's great.
Check out.
Do you have
No,
family
no.
down here in South Florida?
I have two
Yeah,
of my
okay.
sons also live down
Okay,
here.
that's good. Ma'am, I see you've been in a relationship for about 5 years with Sean McNulty. Said you raised a steak knife, holding it, swung it toward him. He received 2 lacerations on his hand. And it says you were under the influence of alcohol when this allegedly occurred. But our victim advocate said that he's not afraid. So, ma'am, I'm also going to order that you are not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages while you're out on release, all right?
Very good.
Okay, not a drop. And if the court finds out you've consumed any alcohol, then that'll be a violation of your release conditions. You'll probably be rearrested. Ma'am, I'm going to order your bond today based on these facts at $6,500. Ma'am, I'm going to order that you have no contact with Sean McNulty. Don't call him, don't text him, don't email him. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. That is where he lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're on release. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Sir, am I able to go back into my place and get my personal belongings?
You know what I would do? Does your
there's
son,
anything there.
either your sons get along with Mr. McNulty?
No, they don't.
Okay, well, then what you can do is contact the police or the sheriff, ask them to go out there with you, and they'll go out one time. You can collect your belongings. But the police officer, sheriff, has to be in a uniform and has to be in a marked patrol vehicle. All right, ma'am?
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I say that because when I was a private attorney, I had one of my clients try to pull a fast one and wink, wink, say their brother was a police officer and go out there with them. So now, knowing that, I always say it has to be in a uniform, has to be in a patrol vehicle. All right, ma'am? Thank you.
Understood.
Okay. Armando Ortega.
Prison at the main judge, he's declined the services of the public defender.
Okay. Armando Ortega, you've been charged with count 1, assault in a domestic violence matter. And the court finds probable cause, sir. I'm going to order you consume no alcohol while you're on release. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right.
Yes, sir.
Are there any priors on this gentleman? The court finds probable cause to assault.
No, Judge.
There's no criminal record. Now, let me ask you, sir, was there contact with the alleged victim?
Yes, the victim does not want charges pressed.
Got it. Got it. So, Mr. Ortega, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
I know where you work. What type of work do you do there?
I do medical assisting.
Okay. How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
Since December 2012.
Do you have any money in the bank?
Yes, sir.
Do you own your own home?
I rent.
Okay. Sir, this looks like this was alcohol related. And it says you were smashing items in the apartment, smashed the TV and an Xbox, chased a person, threatened, let me see, okay, kicking a vehicle. Sir, I'm going to set your bond today at $1,000 based on the level of threatened violence, the facts of the case. I'm going to order, sir, for the time being at least, you have no contact with Eduardo Cuellar. Do not call him, do not text him, do not email him. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms, and you have to stay 500 feet from Mr. Cuellar at all times. All right, sir? Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you.
I see James Gray.
Prison at the main.
Mr. Gray, you're charged with domestic battery. The court finds probable cause. State do you have any priors on Mr. Gray?
Yes, Your Honor. 2012 out of Tennessee. He's convicted on a federal charge of bank robbery, sentenced to 40 months imprisonment. Additionally,
Can you afford your bond if it's posted? I don't get one.
Out of Tennessee in 2011, he was arrested for a failure to appear in court. He was arrested in 2011 for aggravated assault. I do not have any disposition. End of record.
Got it. So was there any contact with the alleged victim?
There was no contact, Your Honor.
Okay. Got it. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Miller. Anything you'd like to add?
Judge, he's been living in South Florida since 2008. He's got a 4-year-old child he takes care of. Works at Red Ginger as a fry chef. Strong family ties, no money or real estate. He does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim in the case, and he's hoping that his family will help to bond him out.
Got it. Sir, a altercation with your brother allegedly struck your brother with a fist, causing a laceration of his eyebrow, swelling all around his eye. Says you were under the influence of alcohol when this allegedly occurred. So the court today is going to set your bond based on the facts of the case, your criminal record at $6,500. The court will order you have no contact with your brother. His name is Jordan Gray. Don't call him, don't text him, don't email him. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. That is where he lives, works, goes to school. Anywhere in between, you're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. Edward Leahy.
North Broward Judge, I just want to advise the court that Odyssey indicates there's no proof of service.
Your Honor, Mr. Leahy is a medical reset.
Oh, never mind.
This is,
The
it says right here in the top line, the defendant was served with the restraining order yesterday morning. The order was completely explained to the defendant in my presence at that time.
And Your Honor, it appears that the petition and the temporary injunction was granted on Friday, so there probably wasn't any time for it to be put into the system.
I'll reset this for Tuesday PM. There you go. Okay. How you doing? Good. Okay. Now, what about Elysia Fabian?
Main jail.
Okay. So you've been charged with 2 counts of domestic battery. The court finds probable cause. Are there any priors on this, gentleman?
Are you receiving Medicare, Social Security disability? Are you veteran?
Was there contact with you?
Your application?
Do you have anything you'd like to add, Mr. Miller?
Lifetime resident of South Florida, has been at the same address for more than 15 years. Been working for Dade County Water for 20 years. Strong family ties, has about $100 in the bank. He does own his own home. He will have a place to stay separate from the alleged victims while this is pending, and he intends to self-bond.
No priors.
No criminal record. Okay. And no, is there contact, sir? Forgot. No? Okay. Allegedly got into his wife and daughter, and one of them the wife had a laceration on her left lip, blood on her, let me see here. The daughter had blood on her shirt, small cut on her chin. And when the police got there, the wife was on the ground, unresponsive, but breathing in the back bedroom of the residence. Fire rescue had to respond. And allegedly the daughter said she got hit over, no, the wife got hit over the head with a speaker box. There was blood on the speaker box. So the court's gonna set your bond today on count 1. It's $7,500. Count 2, the court's going to set that bond at $2,500. It's based on the level of violence and the court's concern for the safety of the alleged victims. The court will order you have no contact, directly or indirectly, with Nina Fabian and Elysia Fabian. No contact with them directly or indirectly. No calls, texts, emails, notes, or letters. You're to stay 500 feet from both of them, where they live, work, go to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. Frank Jimenez.
Judge, I'm sorry. For Mr. Fabian, we need a photo order, please.
Oh, the court will order that. Thank you.
Also for Mr. Jimenez. Off you go.
Thank you, Mr. Jimenez. You're charged with domestic battery. The court finds probable cause. Kate, do you have any priors on this gentleman?
Just the possession of marijuana with intent to sell, felony possession of marijuana, and possession of cocaine from 99.
Okay. Sir, was there a contact with the alleged victim?
Yes, victim does not want to.
The victim does not want to press charges. Got it.
Yes, no.
Okay. Mr. Miller, anything you'd like to add?
Judge, he's gainfully employed. We've been working at Tiger Direct for the past 5 years. He has an 8-year-old child who's currently with his mother. A little bit of money in the bank. Does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while this is pending. Lifetime resident of South Florida. Judge, we ask for pretrial release.
I understand, sir. Allegedly, you're under the influence of alcohol when this occurred. I'm going to order you not allowed to consume any alcohol while you're on release, not a drop. Allegedly, you pushed your sister against the wall, pushed her in the face, knocked off her glasses, and then went after your sister a second time, pushed her onto the bed, or her husband, I believe, had to intervene. So, the court, sir, based on these facts, level of violence, your criminal record, the court will set your bond today at $5,000. The court will order you have no contact with Amy Machado, directly or indirectly. Sir, don't have any contact with Amy Machado directly or indirectly. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That's where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms, and no alcohol consumption. Thank you. Now see Robert Scott.
President of the main judge.
Domestic battery, resisting arrest. Court finds probable cause.
Do you have an attorney? No. Carly Reyes, speak English?
State, are there priors on this gentleman?
2007, possession of hydrocodone with the VOP. 97, cocaine resisting without violence with the VOP. 96, cocaine, marijuana with the VOP. In 91, he was investigated for aggravated assault. Charge was dropped.
Got it.
All right. Have that pen?
Thanks, Carl. Thanks. All right, do we, so was there a contact?
Yes, the victim is very concerned and he bolts out of jail.
Dave here. Do you have any children? This is
Very
involving your right
concerned.
I'm 42. Put a 0 6 on bar. Your right to remain silent. You
Got it.
talk about your what's your
Lord, anything you'd like to add today?
Judge, Mr. Scott's been living in South Florida for 58 years. He's honorably discharged from the United States Army. He was drafted, served in Vietnam, right? He's currently receiving VA disability. He does have strong family ties. About $300 in the bank. Does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while this is pending. He's hoping that his family will bond him out, Judge. I have a feeling this one's going to be resolved in vet court. So I'd ask the court for pretrial release on this one.
Well, I agree. It probably will go to Veterans Court. And it says he pushed a woman to the ground, his girlfriend. He tried to hit her head into the floor. She had a scratch marks on her face. It says that Sir, I do note your prior record is limited to drug use. I do give you credit for being an Army veteran serving in Vietnam. However, I will set your bond today based on all these factors. Count one, the court's going to set your bond at $3,500. And count two, the court will release you on your own recognizance. The court will order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with Kimmy Watson. Don't call her, don't text her, don't email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That's where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Are you on probation?
Okay, may I see Daniel Lawler?
Main jail?
Mr. Lawler, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic battery by strangulation, and domestic battery. And you're on probation right now for trafficking in oxycodone. Court finds probable cause to each and every count stated there prior to this gentleman.
Yes, Your Honor. Out of New Hampshire in, 2000, bail jumping,
You live alone with family or friends?
1999, criminal mischief,
You have children? How long have you been living in
1999,
How old are they?
there's an arrest for assault. I have no disposition.
No more years? What's the name of the company you work?
No additional record.
Okay. All right, Sir, was there contact with the alleged victim now? Okay. Mr. Miller?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Lawler is a 10-year resident of South Florida. He's been at the same address for the past 8 months. He's a self-employed reptile collector. No money in the bank or real estate. Will have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim, and he's hoping he's going to self-bond, Judge.
I understand. Sir, allegedly threw a knife at the alleged victim, Brittany Smith. You were under the influence of alcohol, allegedly. Dumped a beer on her head, then began to choke her to the point where she felt her airway was restricted. You allegedly then chased her around with a knife inside of the residence. Said you began to hit her multiple times with an extension cord to her face. Then began to hit her multiple times with an open hand and a closed hand to her head. Threw a knife at her head but missed. She had multiple marks, scratches, lacerations, redness to her neck, and they allegedly found the knife by the front door. So, sir, based on the level of violence, your criminal history, you have a history of bail jumping out of New Hampshire, and the court's concerned for the safety of the alleged victim. The court will set your bond on the aggravated assault today at $10,000. The domestic battery by strangulation, that bond will be $10,000, and the domestic battery on 3 will be $5,000. Your total bond today will be $25,000 plus the probation violation. The court will order no contact with Brittany Smith. Don't call her, text her, email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. You're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. Ma'am, may I help you? Which case are you here on?
I'm looking for a court date, the courtroom date for a case. I know it's Wednesday, and they told me to come up here to magistrate to find out.
Were you here because somebody was arrested yesterday?
No, he was arrested on Thursday, but I'm trying to find information on when his court date is.
They send everyone here.
Who does this?
Downstairs.
No matter what it is, they go to room
I
235.
went to felony and misdemeanor. They couldn't find.
They have a probate case, so let's go to room 235.
Orange in there? No.
What's the name? Is it your case or someone else's?
It's someone else's.
What's the name?
Brian Fields.
All right, I'm going to call the next case. They'll help you out, ma'am.
Thank you.
Brian or Bryant?
How about Seth Robinson?
Yeah, there's.
Seth Robinson.
Are you Mr. Robinson? President of the Main
Count
Judge?
1, possession, PDP. The court finds probable cause. Your bond's $1,000. Count 2, no bond. Violation of probation. Thank you.
For all of those cases, I don't see anything.
Okay. Off you go.
How about Kevin Lugo?
Cases.
President of the Main?
Yeah, he was arrested last week.
Lugo, you are charged
I don't
with,
see anything with the court date
excuse me,
today.
aggravated assault. Count 1. Count 2, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. They're both deadly weapons. State, do you have any person, Mr. Lugo?
All of them, sir. Don't skip. I need your signals over here.
Do you have,
He had an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon shot in his head that was declined.
All the no's.
2010, domestic violence battery, disorderly conduct that was dropped.
Start at the top, circle. Yeah, but if it's in your house, don't worry about it. Like, what
Okay, now, so was there contact with the alleged victim? No? Okay, Mr. Miller, anything you'd like to say?
Who his attorney is?
Judge Mr. Lugo has been living in South Florida since 2008. He's been in his current address for about 2 years, currently unemployed, does have strong family ties, no money or real estate, does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim while the case is pending. He intends to self-bond.
Okay. So allegedly, you armed yourself with a steak knife and lunged toward your mother and her boyfriend. He allegedly had to fight you off with a kitchen chair he used to keep you away from him. And this was allegedly witnessed by your sister.
What was the point on Lugo?
And she observed the whole thing, allegedly.
Yeah, this is Lugo.
Police recovered the kitchen knife. And so, let's see here. Okay. Sir, based on the level of violence, the court's concerned for the safety of your mother, her boyfriend, and the strength of the case. 3 witnesses say this happened. Your mother, the boyfriend, and your sister all say you were under the influence of alcohol also when this allegedly occurred. Court will order you're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages while you're on release. The court will set your bond on count 1, the aggravated assault, at $7,500. Count 2, the aggravated assault at $7,500. And your total bond today would be $15,000. The court will order a pretrial release with the GPS monitor. The court will waive the cost of the monitor. The court will order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with Noriette Lugo, Joseph Henson, and Norabel Ruiz. No contact with those 3 people directly or indirectly. You must stay 500 feet from all of them, where they live, work, go to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any ammunition, any guns while you're out on release. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. I see Diego Navarro.
Spanish, Judge.
Spell Espanol for me, please. Thank you.
Adrian?
Are you on probation?
I see
Anthony
Adrian Rocollet.
Present at the main.
So you've been charged with aggravated battery, quick finds probable cause. Steve, do we have any criminal record on this defendant?
Just say no.
No,
Pending
Judge.
cases.
No criminal record.
Prior felonies. Prior
Okay,
misdemeanors.
was there contact with the alleged victim?
There was not, Your Honor.
No contact. Mr. Miller, is there anything you'd like to add?
Judge, Mr. Rocklet, how do you say your name? Rocklet has lived in South Florida his entire life. Current address for about 2 months. He works at H&M as a manager. He's been there for 2 years. Does have some money in the bank, no real estate, does have a place to stay, separate from the alleged victim. While the case is pending, he's hoping that his friends will bond him out.
So allegedly took a vase and smashed it on Frederick Diggs, and causing a large laceration to his left forearm, resulting in an arterial bleed, and another large laceration to his left arm, his bicep.
You only have 2 of them? Mark!
Court notes level of violence and the court's concern for the safety of the alleged victim. The court's going to set your bond today at $12,500, and the court will order you have no contact. It's based on the level of violence. Court's concerned for the safety of Mr. Diggs. I'm going to order you have no contact with Frederick Diggs. Don't call him, don't text him, don't email him. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. That is where he lives, works, goes to school. Anywhere in between, you're not allowed to possess guns, firearms, or ammunition while you're on release. Thank you. Following people, please line up when I call out your name. Please line up. Tony Ehrlich, Ernest Patterson, Judalyn Bertrand, Shannon Galliana.
Could you mark off these? I gotta read this report real quick. This is just a warrant game.
Where's Tony Ehrlich? If I call out your name, you line up. When I call out your name, line up. Tony Ehrlich, sir, I'm going to reset you today for 1:30, all right, on a municipal ordinance case. Thank you. 1:30 today, right here. Ernest Patterson. Mr. Patterson, you have 2 warrants, one for $250, the other for $250 on cannabis and license suspended. Thank you. Judalyn Bertrand. Mr. Bertrand, probation violation. No bond. Thank you.
Okay, one moment, Judge.
Sure. Okay, may I see Shannon Galliana? Sir, violating probation, no bond. Thank you.
Judge, this is Mr. Bertrand.
Oh, well, okay.
What are we looking for now? Okay, no bond. You're going to see the judge on the 24th.
No bond. Violation of probation. Where's Shannon Galliana?
North Broward.
He's in North Broward, Your Honor. Come on. Huh? I'll show you guys around here. Instead of having me be in here.
Sir, violation of probation, no bond. Thank you. How about Peter Antosiak? And after that, Aaron Hines, Antosiak and Hines. Antosiak, count 1, a felony, no bond, warrant, count 2. You have a warrant on a municipal ordinance. I'm going to release you on a warrant, count 2. Thank you. How about Aaron Hines?
All right, good luck.
I missed it. What's going on?
Sir, move off to the side. Move off to the side. Thank you.
What's the question?
Count 1 through count 6 are warrants on felonies. Count 7, a violation of probation on a felony.
And the ROR you on the misdemeanor?
Okay, so I'm still locked up for my court date.
That's correct. The 29th.
Mariana Ivanova, Janicia Burke, Constance Jordan, and Lena Foley. Please line up. Okay, DUI, ma'am. Count 2 is a DUI with an enhanced breath reading. Count 3 is driving on the sidewalk. Court finds probable cause. Are there allegedly driving northbound on the bicycle walking path of a park in 3 Islands Boulevard? I think that's Hallandale, right? Okay, State, do we have any priors on .190, .191?
No priors, Your Honor.
Sorry. .191. Okay, no priors. Let me just look right here. Okay. All right. Ma'am, are you currently employed? Excuse me? Are you employed, ma'am?
It's up.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What type of work do you do, ma'am?
I'm a property manager
Okay.
of
ma'am.
Villa.
I understand, ma'am. Based on the level of your breath reading and the facts of the case, I'm going to let you bond out $500 on 1, 1,000 on 2. Thank you, ma'am.
Judge, we need a phone order for Ms. Ivanova.
Ma'am, you only have 10. I'll order that. You only have 10 days to get a temporary driving permit. Thank you, ma'am. How about Janicia Burke? Miss Burke, where are you, ma'am?
She's coming.
17.
Ma'am, you're charged with reckless driving and no driver's license. Quick finds probable cause. I'm looking here, ma'am. You have no driver's license. You have a driving record because you failed to show up on your last ticket you got for driving with no license. And that's it. You've been caught driving in the past with no driver's license also. And State, are there any other, ma'am, are you currently employed?
Yes.
What type of work do you do, ma'am?
Call center.
Okay, do you have any money in the bank?
I don't have a bank card. I have a Walmart card.
Okay.
Looks like it's still open.
Do you have any money to bond out with?
For rental income.
My mom posted it already, supposedly.
Did she? Okay. All right, ma'am. I'll let your bond stay at $100, ma'am. Can I give you some good advice? Stop driving. You have no driver's license. Just don't get behind the wheel of a vehicle. Stop driving. All right? Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait.
I don't think she cares.
All right, Constance Jordan.
Main jail.
Burglary of a conveyance, grand theft, causing a child to become delinquent or needy. Quick finds probable cause. Are there any priors on this defendant?
One moment, Judge. No priors.
Okay.
Can you see if Marge is in? He said she wasn't. Yeah, but when did he say she wasn't? Oh, okay. How does that sound?
Aaron Hint? Aaron. No Aaron. Okay.
All right, sir, do you have anything on Miss, you'd like to say on behalf of Miss Jordan?
Oh, where was he?
Judge, Ms. Jordan has been living in South Florida her entire life. She's been at her current address for about 2 years. She's currently unemployed. She does have strong family ties, no money in the bank or real estate, and she's hoping that her family will help on her along.
Okay, ma'am. Allegedly, you're involved in a 3-county burglary, ongoing burglary ring. That's what the police allege. They allegedly followed you to a house and they saw you transferring TVs from one car to the next. It doesn't look like an isolated incident, ma'am. I'm going to set your bond on the burglary of a conveyance today at $7,500. Count 2 is $1,000. Count 3, allegedly you had your godchild in the car when this was going on. So I'm going to set that bond at $100. I'm going to order a guardian ad litem be appointed for the child. And thank you very much, ma'am.
Good luck.
Lena Foley.
North Broward.
Ms. Foley, you're charged with petty theft, forgery, and fraud. Court finds probable cause. State, do you have any priors on this person?
No priors, Judge.
No? Okay, ma'am, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What type of work do you do, ma'am?
I'm a waitress.
Okay, do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Okay, and how long have you lived down here in South Florida, ma'am?
I was born and raised. I moved back here from Georgia about 2 years ago.
Do you have children, ma'am?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set your bond today on the theft at 100. The 2 and the 3, counts 2 and 3 are going to be 1,000. Ma'am, allegedly stole your mother's checks and then forged her signature. Allegedly, this is because you have a narcotics addiction. Ma'am, let me ask you a question. Are you going to be able to make the $2,100 bond?
I don't know.
All right, ma'am.
Not likely.
If you don't make it, would you like me to put you in the drug program in the jail?
No, sir.
No? Okay. All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Catherine Souza, Lannis
North Broward.
Baxley.
North Broward.
Okay, Miss Souza, you were charged with robbery, count 1. Count 2, you have a warrant on a paraphernalia case. And this is one where I think allegedly her and a boyfriend, right, I see this, ran up past the victim with a lit cigarette, threatened to burn the victim's eyes with it if he did not give her his money. And this was allegedly on Sample Road in Deerfield. And the boyfriend allegedly forcefully and threateningly felony. I'm not sure that's a word, is it?
I don't think so.
No, I think that's a made-up word. All right. Pressed a soda bottle into the victim's chest, demanding money. Okay, so stole, I think, took his cell phone, Samsung. Go ahead. Stated their priors on Miss Souza.
Last year, possession of cocaine. 2013, possession of cocaine. 2011, possession of prescription meds without a prescription.
Okay. Miss Souza, you're currently employed?
No.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No.
Who's going to help bond you out today, ma'am?
A friend of mine.
Okay, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at 10,000, ma'am, based on the level of violence. Court's concerned for the safety of the community. Count 2, the drug paraphernalia is going to be, hold on one moment. Let me just look at something here. Ma'am, I'm going to revoke your bond on count 2, your release. Count 2 state 15-1829 MM40A should be held without bond. Could you order
Yes,
that?
Judge. Order.
No bond on count 2. Thank you, ma'am. How about Lannis Baxley?
No.
Judge, he's present at the main. He's interested in resolving the case if the court is so inclined.
So you're charged with trespassing, and the court finds probable cause.
Your Honor, because this is an individual's home that he's allegedly trespassing on, I would ask that the court not resolve it today.
Baxley was observed sitting on Griffin's porch. All right. Would you like to resolve it today, Mr. Baxley?
State objects.
Nope. All both of us stay right next door to one another.
You want to just resolve it and plead no contest? The case is over with. You can leave jail today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but we have to have an understanding. You can't go back on Curtis's property. All right?
Well, you know, the place I live right next door to his.
Right.
Two doors away.
I understand.
But I ain't got to say nothing to
just
him.
stay on your property, but don't go on his property. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
So well.
So how
Yes,
do you
sir.
plead to this charge, sir?
No contest. No contest.
No contest.
You understand? We're not going to have a trial. We're not going to appoint an attorney. The case is over with right now. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll withhold adjudication.
Thank you. Good luck. Look, Ryan.
I'll find my way out, man.
Down the middle, out the door.
Ryan Leonard, Lamont Smalls, Jerome Blangor, Philemon Bell. Line up, please.
Judge, Mr. Leonard is present at the main. He is interested in resolving the case if the court is so inclined. Otherwise, we would be seeking a pretrial release for him.
Okay. So the court finds probable cause for trespassing and cannabis. Court, Steve, do we have any priors on this gentleman?
One moment.
I have a 2009 out of New York DUI.
Anything else?
Warrant or something. No, it's an injunction. Looks like that's all, Judge.
It's BJ. Now if we can say, hey man, damn, BJ, you running around your house and think you about to tap the house and you running up
Let me see. The one I was not going to give you, I also charged in possession of PBB with a vehicle.
Stay between this defendant and the homeowner. Okay, so.
I mean, they obviously know each other, but,
Right.
you know, I mean, that being said, I would still have the same objection, Your Honor.
So I'm not going to resolve it today. Do you have any money in the bank?
Judge, he does not have any money in the bank. He does have a job. He's a massage therapist. He is licensed by the state of Florida. He's been doing that for about 8 years. He just has no one to call to bond him out, Judge. He's been down here for 12 years. which seeking pre-conference release with this one, if we can get it.
Sir, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at 100, count 2 at 100. You can bond out of jail. Your bond's $200. Based on the facts of the case, your prior DUI. No contact directly or indirectly with Laura Lambert. Don't call her, don't text her, don't email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
All right, Messi Lamont Smalls.
Main judge.
Sir, criminal mischief. Court finds probable cause, Mr. Smalls. Break out the passenger side window to a man's Dodge Dakota. Witnessed.
Yes.
Go ahead, state. Do we have any priors on this gentleman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
It ain't discouraged me. I wouldn't break a get me. I didn't. And I had my mind made up before I went in. I want to go. Nobody.
Looks like he had a drug prior out of New Jersey from last year.
New Jersey, drug prior last year?
Yes.
Okay, sir, are you currently employed?
No, sir.
Do you have money in the bank?
No, sir.
So I'm going to order you to stay away from Joseph Soto and all of his property. No contact with him directly or indirectly. I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm also going to order you to stay away from his wife, Mylene Soto. And thank you very much, sir.
That's it.
How about bond's $100? Jerome Blangor?
President, the main judge, he's interested in resolving if the court is so
Sir,
inclined.
disorderly intoxication. Court finds probable cause. Start a fight with a patron in a Sunset Grill. And, all right, you want to work it out today? You want to plead no contest?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you understand that you're not allowed to, you're not going to have a trial? The case is going to be over with today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you plead, sir?
No contest.
Okay, I'll withhold adjudication. Good luck. How about Philemon Bell?
President, the main judge.
Sir, resisting arrest and trespassing. Court finds probable cause. Okay, do we have any priors on this gentleman?
Yes, Your Honor.
2008 delivery of cocaine.
Okay.
2006 resisting without violence and trespass. 2006 disorderly conduct. 2002 trespass, criminal mischief.
Got it. Sir, you working now?
Well, I cut hair for a living.
So I'm going to set your bond today at $100. You can bond out based on your criminal record. That's the case. Thank you. How about Matthew Killinger, James Keegan, Julius Rico, and Quentin Miller?
Killinger?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Killinger, municipal ordinance violation, and that is soliciting on a public road. Right. So I'm going to reset this for 1:30 today, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down the middle, out the door. Keegan? Come on.
All right, Nessie James Keegan.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Keegan, high license suspended, sir. Let me look here. License suspended. Let me look here. 2015, earlier this year, you have a 1-year license suspension out of Lake County for refusing to submit to breath testing. You have a 1-year driving on a license suspended. I mean, driving on a, you have a 1-year, let me back up. Starting in, just on the 10th of June, this June 10th, you have a 1-year DUI suspension out of Lake County. So, driving on a DUI suspension, and in this case, the police allegedly observed you soliciting a known prostitute while your license was suspended. So, okay. All right. Sir, are you currently employed, Mr. Keegan?
Yes, I am.
What type of work do you do?
I'm a collection manager for Septic Max, and I also volunteer at St. Mary's Hospital on their gambling program.
How long have
For
you been
gambling
down
treatment.
here in South Florida?
I came down February 28th and entered the watershed recovery program.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir, but I just started work last week, and so I'm back to work now because I'm in the halfway house part of it.
Okay. Are you still a member of the bar?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
No, sir.
All right. You live up in Winter Park, or you live down here?
I live down here with the permission of the court because I was coming down here for treatment, and then I extended it at their permission.
Okay. So I'm going to set your bond today at $1,000 on count 1, based on the court's concern for the safety of the community, driving on a license suspended for a recent DUI just in the last few weeks. Thank you, sir. How about Julius Greco?
Good luck. President, the main judge, Mr. Greco, is interested in resolving if the court is so inclined.
Yes, Mr. Trespassing, Metro PCS. Trespass warned numerous times in the past month. Becomes argumentative. Now, let me ask you, Mr. Greco, when was the last time he was in? Is there anything we can do to agree that you don't go back there? Is there any?
Yes, sir. I will not go back there. I was never told that I was trespassed. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been there.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yes, sir. I was told not to hang out at the bus stop, but he never told me I was trespassed from the store.
Okay. Well, we'll do that today. Don't go back to the Metro PCS store, all right? Under
Yes, sir.
any circumstance, all right?
Understood.
Can't go on
Yes,
the
sir.
property. Go ahead, state.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, May 7th for trespassing in a different location.
Okay.
May 27th for a capias for trespassing on another case.
Well, you get arrested for trespassing a lot.
April 10th.
April 10th?
I haven't been back to when you told me not to go back to
Trespassing.
racetrack. I haven't went back.
February
I haven't been back.
19th.
The 5th time this year.
That was loitering and prowling.
Ordering and prowling, sorry.
Then March of last year.
Wow.
Since the last time you told me not to go back, I didn't go back
All
to the.
Well, would you like to resolve your trespassing today, sir?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to trespassing?
No contest.
All right, you understand we're not going to have a trial. The case is over with today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, withhold adjudication. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, what about Quentin Miller?
He's present. The main judge, yes, sir. Mr. Miller is interested in resolving this
I
case.
got it. Sir, would you like to resolve your case right now?
Yes, sir. I would love to resolve my case.
You understand
right
we're not going to have a trial. We're not going to appoint an attorney. The case
Yes,
is over.
sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to accept that. I'll withhold adjudication, sir. Thank you. You want
Yes,
to,
sir. Thank you.
Did you say no contest? I didn't hear you.
No contest.
Okay,
No contest.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Man, you want to come up right now? May I see Diego Navarro?
Nancy Navarro.
Senora Navarro. Translate from English to Spanish. Spanish to English truthfully to the best of your ability.
Yes, I do. Silvia Orozco.
Good morning, Mr. Navarro.
Buenos días, señora Navarro.
Been charged with battery on a person 65 years of age.
Agresión física en una persona mayor de 65 años es la acusación que tiene.
Court finds probable cause stated in the prior
Encuentro que
Sentinel
sí existe la causa probable. ¿Cuáles son los antecedentes?
Was there contact with the alleged victim?
No, Judge.
No contact.
No contacto.
Are you currently employed?
Señor, ¿usted está empleado actualmente? Señor Navarro, ¿usted está empleado?
Sí,
Yes.
What type of work?
¿Qué tipo de trabajo desempeña?
handyman.
¿Cómo?
Handyman.
Handyman.
Do you have any money in the bank?
¿Tiene dinero en el banco?
Actualmente no.
Currently I don't.
How long have you lived in South Florida?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo vive usted en el sur de la Florida?
10 años.
10 years.
You have children?
¿Tiene hijos?
No.
2.
Do they live with
No, 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 no. Nothing hijos.
No. Que si tiene hijos.
No, dama.
No, I don't. I don't have children.
Okay. Sir, I've read the report.
He leído el reporte, señor.
It says that an 82-year-old man
Dice que un hombre de 82 años
had to go to the hospital
tuvo que ir al hospital
regarding lacerations to his eye.
debido a las laceraciones que tuvo en el ojo.
It says that you're the son-in-law.
Dice que usted es ¿cómo se llama? El hijo político.
In front of fire rescue,
Y frente de lo que es los bomberos de rescate,
you struck the 82-year-old man
usted le pegó a ese hombre de 82 años con
in
el
his right eye.
puño cerrado en el ojo derecho
He had to be taken to the hospital.
y lo tuvieron que llevar al hospital.
The court notes the level of violence,
Ese nivel de violencia
the strength of the case.
y los hechos del
The
caso.
court will set your bond today,
Pongo su fianza hoy día,
$12,500.
$1,250.
The court will order
También el tribunal ordena que no tenga contacto usted
with Harold Raffo.
con el señor Harold Waffo.
Do not contact him directly
No
or indirectly.
puede tener contacto con él ni directa ni indirectamente.
You must stay 500 feet from him.
Debe mantenerse alejado de él un mínimo 500 pies de distancia del lugar donde él vive, trabaja, va a la escuela,
You're not
estudia.
allowed to possess any guns,
No se le permite a
any
usted
weapons,
tener
any
ningún arma,
firearms while you're on release.
ni arma de fuego, ni nada que se le parezca mientras sale en libertad. Gracias.
Ma'am,
Judge.
you wanna make an announcement?
Lozano? Judge, the next case is Mr. Lozano. He's Spanish also.
Okay, Nicholas Lozano,
Lozano,
you've been charged with DUI,
la acusación es conducir ebrio.
DUI, 3 counts of DUI with property damage,
Tiene 3 acusaciones de conducir ebrio con daño a la propiedad.
This is the second DUI too.
providing a false affidavit about
That-
a commercial driver's license,
Dar una información falsa acerca de lo que es la licencia a conducir comercial.
failure to use due care,
No puso el cuidado debido
and possessing an open container in a motor vehicle.
y poseer un contenedor, un envase abierto dentro del carro.
Just give me a moment, sir.
Deme un momento,
I'll be
señor.
right back. I failed to read this. It was stuck between two, so I'm going to take 1 minute and read
Voy
it.
a tomarme un minuto para leer nuevamente.
Sir, the court finds probable cause to
Encuent-
each and every charge.
Encuentro que sí existe la causa probable en cada uno de los cargos que tiene.
And it doesn't appear this defendant has a driver's license.
He's got a prior DUI.
tiene un conducir ebrio anterior.
But he has no driver's license, right? It appears the defendant has no driver's license.
Parece que el acusado no tiene licencia de conducir.
But it appears the defendant has a prior
No,
DUI.
he has a driving record.
Pero parece que sí, tiene un
Well,
récord
yeah, no, he
de
doesn't have.
conducir ebrio anterior.
I have it suspended, but
Is it Class C license?
What?
frankly, Judge, I really don't know. What I can tell you is that he's got a prior DUI from 06. He's got a pending, a pending criminal mischief right now.
Tiene un cargo pendiente sobre una destrucción a propiedad, tiene un conducir ebrio anterior.
Based on the facts of the case,
Basado en los hechos del caso, señor,
it appears you have no driver's license.
parece que usted no tiene licencia de conducir.
And the fact you have an open criminal
Y el
case,
hecho de que tiene un
court's going to set your bond
caso
at $3,500.
abierto penal, su fianza va a ser $3,500. Gracias.
Sir, if you have no driver's license, please stop driving.
Deje de manejar, señor, usted no tiene licencia de conducir.
Thank you.
Gracias. ¿Alguien más
No more
necesita
Spanish
intérprete?
Not at the main.
What did you say?
Moon.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Missy Donovan Moon, Edson Prado Arias, Dion Thomas, and Charlie Reyes.
Judge, Mr. Moon bonded. Mr. Mr. Prado has declined the services of the public defender.
I understand. So you're charged with possessing cannabis. Just give me a quick moment. Some people have bonded here. Let me check this out.
In there, so, yeah. So I'm gonna take it a little, and walk around a little bit.
Okay, sir, possession of cannabis, quick finds probable cause. I see here, sir, do you still live on Lakewood Circle in Margate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on a moment. What do you do for work right now?
I'm self-employed. I'm a barber.
Yeah, like a tourist.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
I believe since 2009.
I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Thank you. How about Dion Thomas?
Good luck. Right here, sir. President Domain.
Sir, burglary of a
You're out.
conveyance, burglary of a dwelling,
Yeah,
and
just make
grand
sure you
theft.
check.
Court finds probable
course.
cause.
If you have any future dates.
Additional stuff on Joseph Mills.
Right, this is the co-defendant for the woman who was in here earlier. They said this is defendant's driving around committing burglaries in the Tri-County area.
When did you get a
Dave, do we have any priors on this gentleman?
Yes, Your Honor. 2011, he had burglary of a structure and possession of burglary tools. 21 months state prison as a habitual offender. Was released. July 2014. Grand Theft Auto 98, a year and a day. Resisting Without Violence 98. Traffic fleeing and eluding 97. Grand Theft Auto 97. Grand Theft Auto possession of burglary tools 94. Also out of Pinellas County 2000. Burglary with assault, Grand Theft Firearm, and Grand Theft Auto, sentenced to a year and 8 months state prison. 2000 in St. Lucie County, burglary of a structure, 5 years state prison.
What are you doing now?
What year was that?
2000. Also just noting for the record, aliases that he's used in the past listed on his booking sheet.
Got it. Okay. Anything on this defendant you want to say, Mr. Miller?
Judge, Mr. Thomas is a lifetime resident of South Florida. He's been at his current address for about a year and a half. He works for a moving company. He's been there for about a year. He has 2 children. One's 2 and one's 14. No money in the bank or real estate. He's hoping that his father will help to bond him out.
I'm going to note that the defendant has been known as, his name is Dion Thomas. He's been known as Tyrell Davis, Tyrell Smith, Thomas Duke, and Deke Thomas. The court also notes that The defendant is allegedly involved in a tri-county burglary ring. He's got a 2011 burglary structure and with burglary tools, 21 months in Florida State Prison, declared a habitual offender there. He's got, outside of Broward County, he's got 2 other burglary convictions, plus grand theft auto, fleeing and eluding. So based on these facts, the court's concerned for the safety of the community and the defendant's criminal record. The court's going to set the defendant's bond at $15,000 on count 1. The court's going to set count 2 at $25,000. The grand theft on 3 will be $1,000. So the defendant's bond today will be $41,000, and the defendant can bond out of jail. Thank you. How about Charlie Reyes?
Main jail.
Mr. Reyes, possession of cannabis, drug paraphernalia, probation violation, trespassing. Count 1's 100. Count 3, that is a no bond violation of probation hold. Thank you. How about Chester Reed, Anthony Demps, and Mark DeMeo?
Chester Reed. Chester Reed.
Where's Chester Reed?
Right here, Judge.
Mr. Reed, possession of PVP, also known as Flacca. Court finds probable cause on Chester Reed. He's been known as Ronald Reed, Closter Reed, Chet Reed, Georgia Boy Reed. State, do we have any priors on this gentleman?
Your Honor, yes, we're going to be seeking a bond increase. He's currently out for possession of Schedule 1 or 2 manufactured, Schedule 1 or 2 controlled substance with intent to sell or deliver. State has not yet made a filing decision on that case.
Okay.
2012, possession of cocaine, 16 months state prison. 2010, possession of cocaine, drug paraphernalia. 2006, possession of cocaine, 20 months state prison. 03, delivery of cocaine, 19 and a half months state prison. 03, possession of cocaine, same sentence. 01, delivery of cocaine, 15 months state prison as a habitual offender. 99, possession of cocaine, 15 months. 96, possession of cocaine with intent, a year and a day. 95, possession of cocaine. 93, possession of cocaine, 2.5 years. 92, delivery of cocaine, 2.5 years. 92, delivery of cocaine, possession of cocaine. 1990, possession of cocaine, a year and a day.
Wow. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 prior cocaines, and he's got a current open drug case in Broward County. So, anything you want to say on behalf of this defendant, sir?
Judge, I didn't get a chance to interview Mr. Reed. If the court wishes to inquire, I have no objection.
Sir, do you have any money in the bank, sir?
No, sir.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
41 years.
And are you, who's going to help bond you out today?
I don't know it.
You're going to raise your bond at $2,500, sir, based on your lengthy criminal record, the facts of the case. Thank you. How about Anthony Demps?
North Broward.
Judge, Your Honor, Mr. Demps is going to be a medical reset also.
Judge, would the court go ahead and order a mental health screen for Mr. Demps?
Well, all his cases I thought.
I'll order it.
That's every morning now.
Yeah, all the cases.
Mark Demeo? Mark Demeo?
Let me tell you, I went ahead and I set bonds on Mr. Demps just then, and let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set his bonds. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it without prejudice. But the court I'm going to assume he has no money and excellent ties to the community. But the defendant right now is on probation for. Let's see here. He's on probation right now for burglary of a dwelling. Burglary of a dwelling, burglary of a dwelling, burglary of a dwelling, burglary of a structure, grand theft, burglary of a dwelling. And then, let me look here. grand theft of a motor vehicle, burglary of a dwelling, possession of burglary tools. His new charges today are count 1 through 5, burglary of occupied dwellings on 1 and 2, count 3 through 6, burglary of occupied dwellings. So he's out on these burglaries probation-wise, and he goes out and allegedly goes through Oakland Park on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning. He allegedly attempts to enter a residence with a woman in it by cutting the screen of the patio. She allegedly sees him trying to get in. When he can't get in there, he scales up to the apartment right above it to the second floor, I believe the balcony, try to cut out the screen patio there, and the victim observed him, his arm trying to get into the screen patio. She screamed and her husband demanded for him to leave. He allegedly jumped down the second story screen patio to the ground, ran. While they were calling the police, seconds later, Demps entered an apartment just nearby by cutting the screen to that. Reached in, he was trying to open the closed door of the patio. He went in the sliding glass door. The victim heard him from the master bedroom, heard him in the kitchen opening drawers. He ran from there, allegedly ran behind the same building again, broke out the screen of another apartment. The victim, Marina, observed him trying to unlock the sliding glass door. She held onto the door, and then he ran from there. Then he tried to force open a lock screen patio on another apartment. The court believes he represents an extreme danger to the community. So the court is setting his bond at $50,000 on 1 through 6. I'll do it without prejudice. But he's on probation for these matters. He's continuing allegedly to break into people's homes. And I'm going to reset it for tomorrow. I did it. I set these bonds without prejudice. We can reevaluate it tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Thank you. How about Mark DeMeo?
Name, Jeff.
Mr. DeMeo, possession of cocaine. The court finds probable cause. Do we have any criminal record on Mr. DeMeo?
Your Honor, he's out. He's out on 3 possession cases, 2 of which are filed.
Okay, what are those?
One is 14-16934 CF10A, and both are for possession of PVP.
Got it.
The other is 15-2126 CF10A.
Okay, sir, let me ask you, currently employed?
Judge, you're not going to get much out of him today.
I understand. So I'm going to raise your bond at $2,500 based on the facts of the case. I'm going to assume you have no money. I'm going to revoke your bond at 14-16934 CF10, 15-2126 CF10. You'll be held without bond. Thank you.
All right, off you go, Mr. DeMeo.
All right.
Wait, where's he DeMeo?
Maldonado?
Rocky Maldonado, Travis Gregg, and Sean Shaw.
Judge, we need a photo order for Mr. Maldonado, please.
Rocky Maldonado, aggravated battery. Court finds probable cause. Are there any priors on Mr. Maldonado?
Yes, Your Honor.
Allegedly, Mr. Maldonado, the victim was at his business. We found out that that's Grady's Bar, right down the street here on Andrews Avenue. The victim was the owner of Grady's Bar, Mr. John Phantom, and it says that this subject approached him for no reason, punched him with a closed fist on his head several times, causing the victim to become unconscious and fall to the ground. And the victim did receive several facial injuries and will require medical treatment. And the witnesses were able to positively identify this defendant. And the victim had to be taken to Broward General Hospital. And got it. Go ahead, state.
Yes, Judge. He's got theft from last year, battery 2008, possession of marijuana 04, DUI and leaving the scene of an accident from 04, and in 2012 an individual obtained a non-expiring permanent injunction order of protection against Mr. Maldonado.
Okay, what year was that?
2012.
All right, anything to say on behalf of this defendant, sir?
Judge, I didn't get a chance to speak with Mr. Maldonado. If the court wishes to inquire, I have no objection.
Mr. Maldonado, are you currently employed?
No, sir.
Do you have any money in the bank, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, when was the last time you were employed?
About 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, 2 months almost.
What type of work were you doing?
I was doing moving reservations.
Okay, do you have any financial means to bond out of jail, sir?
No, sir.
Sir, based on the level of violence, you allegedly went after the owner of Grady's Bar unprovoked, punched him out, caused him to be unconscious, caused him to have to go to the hospital. You've been convicted of battery in the past, DUI, leaving the scene of an accident. So you have a history of violence. You have more violence now, and someone had to go to court to get an injunction to keep you away from them in 2012. Court's going to set your bond at $75,000. You can bond out of jail. I'm going to order no contact with John Phantom, no contact with him directly and indirectly, and you're not allowed to possess any guns or weapons while you're out, and you have to stay 500 feet from Grady's Bar at all times. Good luck. Thank you. How about Travis Gregg?
Gregg's present at the main.
Sir, possession of cannabis, introducing contraband to a detention facility, license suspended. You have another license suspended and another sunscreen violation. Court finds probable cause. Do we have any priors on this gentleman?
He was arrested on June 17 of this year, Palm Beach, for selling cocaine.
What year? What?
Palm Beach.
What? I know. What date?
June 17.
Okay, so 6/17. Okay, so selling cocaine in West Palm.
Palm Beach 2012 battery.
Got it.
Yeah, he's gonna.
That's it.
2007 out of Palm Beach, possession of cocaine.
Got it. Sir, you currently
Judge.
employed?
No, sir.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Sir, count two, I'm going to set your bond at 1,000. Count 5, 100. You have an open cocaine out of West Palm. You have 2 prior cocaines. Thank you. How about
Judge, just for I don't know, record-keeping purposes, it would appear that counts 5 and 6 are duplicative of counts 3 and 4.
I'll release tomorrow or on 5, all right? How's that?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, how about Sean Shaw?
He's in medical reset.
You're gonna have to post the bond on count 2 only. $1,000. Who are we looking for?
Yeah. Oh no, I just put everything through.
Reset him for Tuesday PM on Mr. Sean Shaw. I see Joel Hollingsworth.
Present at the main.
Mr. Hollingsworth, it's alleged you committed a robbery with a weapon, and you allegedly, I think we had your girlfriend or friend in here earlier, and allegedly she approached a man, and she allegedly said she was going to burn his eyes out with it if he didn't give up his money. Then you allegedly stood in front of him and threatened him, put a soda bottle to his chest, demanding his money. He said he had no cash. Allegedly, you demanded his cell phone. When he pulled out his cell phone, the girl allegedly grabbed it, and both of you fled the area, and possibly identified by the victim. All right, State, do you have any priors on Mr. Hollingsworth?
He's out right now in a criminal mischief and theft.
What's the case number?
15-6112 MM10A. Actually, I'll bring it up. I got to talk to.
Sir, today the court's going to set your bond at $5,000. Based on the
I'm not
facts of the
going to right now
case,
anyways.
court's concerned for the safety of the community. Case 15-6112, MM10, that bond's revoked. You'll be held without bond. Thank you, sir.
What do you set the bond on this one?
There you go.
Ivy, where's the bond on
Now,
this one?
I have two cases. I believe they came in over the
Joel
weekend.
Hollingsworth.
Are they Joseph Mills?
Yes.
Let me look here.
5,000? Yes, Your Honor, what happened on both these cases, Judge Lozo found probable cause on both cases. Well, we'll start with, I guess, Mills first. Found probable cause. The affidavit had not been provided, so he couldn't make a determination of proof evident or presumption great. He reset the matter for
Joseph
today.
Mills?
Yes.
Just give me a moment. I need to read this. I've been handed all these documents. I'm going to take a couple minutes. I'll read it. I'll be right back with you, all right? Okay, may I see Joseph Mills? Okay, Mr. Mills, you're charged with 2 counts of sexual assault with a weapon, where the alleged victim's over the age of 12 years of age. Let me ask, Steve, are you seeking a foreclosed bond and release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna deal with this. I wanna reread this, again. I think that, he's, let me ask, State, before I do that, let me ask you to make
Yes.
sure.
Your Honor,
Why this should be,
according to the arrest warrant affidavit and the supplemental reports, the allegations provided by the alleged victim do satisfy the elements of the offense charged, Your Honor. In addition, there is additional evidence obtained that corroborates her story at the location where she alleged that this occurred. Law enforcement found a used condom and a condom wrapper. Additionally, taking possession of her phone, they determined that around the time of the incident, a phone call that was made from the defendant's cell phone was made to her phone, as she informed law enforcement. Additionally, she identified the defendant. She admitted that in the past she has met him, so she was familiar with him to a certain degree. She didn't know his name, but I believe that does support her identification of the defendant, Your Honor.
Judge, may I briefly respond? Just a few things. The fact that the state mentions that there was a condom found near or at the scene is not indicative that there was force used when the alleged incident took place. Second off, the court also notes, I mean not the court, but the police also note in their supplemental report, I don't know why they stated, but they stated that she's a habitual runaway. I think this is an issue of credibility, and this is more of a he said, she said thing. I believe there is probable cause, but I don't think the evidence provided for in the supplemental reports and the arrest affidavit rises to the level of proof evident presumption great when you have to make a determination of the person's credibility.
And I don't know why they mentioned that she is a runaway, but I don't think that at this point in time, based on the evidence provided to the court, for the court to rule on, that takes away her credibility.
No, I mean, long established the status of the victim. We had obviously that case that came out of Broward County where the famous case where they said that,
but Your Honor,
the status of the victim.
I don't know why they mentioned that, but my whole point is the issue of the credibility. When it gets to the issue of the credibility, I mean, other than them finding a condom out there in her word, I don't think that rises to the level of beyond a reasonable, higher than beyond a reasonable doubt, and that's all.
The condom.
Okay, then it may have been indicative that they may have had sex, but the issue.
What I'm saying is was that done?
but no, Your Honor, at this point, I don't think they would be able. This allegedly occurred.
Clear about that. They found a condom and a wrapper.
Well,
but we don't know at this time if it belongs to
Your Honor, it's circumstantial, but it's the totality. It's her testimony that it's found exactly where she said it occurred. That at the time of the incident, around the time of the incident, she's calling him or he's calling her. Your Honor, her identification of him. Your Honor, it's everything taken together. I would think it would be more. I think it would be. Could even be considered more suspect if nothing was found there to indicate that sexual activity had taken place at the exact same place where she is alleging the rape occurred.
The court's not going to find proof evident presumption based on those facts. They are strong facts. The court does not believe those strong facts rise to the level of not just beyond reasonable doubt. The court has to find a higher standard of proof has been met. The court does not, based on the totality of circumstances, feel that it rises to that highest level. And the defense rightfully pointed out that the condom, for all we know, that condom was left there from some other activity. It's just the court's doesn't feel comfortable with going to that high
Well,
level today.
then we would argue the hearing should be done at this point. Judge Lozo set the bonds. He found PC. I don't have, as far as
Just
I,
as soon leave the bonds where they are.
that,
Leave the bonds where they are. If he wants a bond reduction, let him go see his trial judge for a bond reduction, all right? So I'm going to order that you have no contact with the alleged victim. Do we have the initials?
Your Honor, we do. It is TL.
TL, no contact with TL directly or indirectly. By the way, did this defendant have any criminal record?
He had a resisting without violence, and this was, in my understanding, this was advised to the court. I know it was written down in my records here. 2013, resisting without violence. He had some juvenile powers, but nothing related to this allegation.
Okay, so he has no serious criminal record?
No.
21 years old. Okay, thank you very much. Sir, response will remain. Okay. Okay, what about Hakeem Morgan?
Sorry, Mr. Morgan is in regular court this morning. Do you want to reset him?
I'll reset this for tomorrow, 1:30 p.m., Tuesday, 1:30.
Okay.
There you go. That's a wrap. We'll see everyone back here 1:30. Thank you.